I'm Jay Coker. I'm chairman of the board of Producers Rice Mill, Arkansas rice farmer. Naturally, when you think of growing rice, water has to come to mind. We do plant rice typically in a dry field, but then at a certain time of the year, we flood it and we maintain that flood for about 50 to 60 days typically. We're trying to lessen our dependency on water, have shorter season varieties, and be able to adapt technology to where we're growing more bushels and using less gallons of water. This year has been a particular challenging year because you can have too much water. So too much water at the wrong time is just as bad as not having enough water. So we've had a lot of questions about, well, are we still having to flood our rice? Are the flood waters and the rains keeping the rice flooded, things of that nature? And the answer is the rains have helped at times when we've needed water in the fields, but typically all the rice fields at this growth stage and younger are getting flooded by irrigation. When we talk about irrigating rice, we typically talk about a flooded field anywhere from 1 to 3 to 4 inches. That water is typically being introduced to the field, and then it may be held level. Evaporation comes into play, it evaporates down, then a few days later, a week later, we reintroduce the water again, bring it back up to 3 or 4 inches. It's a continual cycle that we undertake for about 60 days that crop is in that environment. On a typical farm, there's various sources of irrigation water. We're fortunate on this farm that when we talk about draining our rice fields, or we talk about having a flooded rice field and getting rainfall on it, there's always excess water that's running out of the bottom of these fields at times. So we're able to recapture what we refer to as the runoff, and we pump it back into a reservoir, a storage reservoir, where then we're able to reuse this same water. So this goes back to our talk earlier about trying to reduce our footprint, trying to use less water, doing things of that nature, and it helps us reduce our costs, helps us to be more efficient, and we try to reuse that water over and over as many times as we can.